everybody.
Can start the recording.
Okay, welcome to the first out-of-the-box strand at Innovate 2017. This strand is to focus on giving voice to leaders outside the field of education. I want to thank our presenter, Marcelo Cherba, sitting right here. Marcelo is a renowned lecturer of neuroscience and meditation, behavioral mindfulness leadership, and today he will explore with us ways to integrate the discipline of mindfulness into the field of education for the benefit of physical, emotional, and mental well-being of both our students and our teachers. So we want to thank Marcelo for being here. We're very excited to have him. And we know that the work that he has done will have an impact in our classroom. So, Marcelo, thank you very much. Do you want to use?
My turn now?
Yes, okay. Your turn. And then, there you go.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here, and I'd like to thank you all the staff from Grated, and especially Laura, of course. She's amazing. So, yeah, I'm a researcher and a senior mindfulness instructor. I've been meditating for the past 25 years. So I have a lot of things to share with you, especially in the education field. So here, does everyone knows what is mindfulness about? Please raise your hands. Okay. My introduction is about that mindfulness meditation has historical roots in Buddhist practice, but for the past 27 years, teachers of mindfulness in the West, like me, has adapted this traditional and ancient practice to training programs into disciplines based on mindfulness for psychological and medical benefits. This is our goal. Okay? Right. We came from the field of cognitive and affective neuroscience, integrating psychology, neuroscience, and contemplative practice as well. I'd like to share with you some definitions. There's a lot of definitions that we can tell about mindfulness. I want to tell one or two of them, which I just prefer. And mindfulness is the awareness that emerges to pay attention on purpose. So you have to have the intention to pay attention on that thing in the present moment, always in the present moment, and non-judgmentally to the unfolding of experience, moment by moment. This is the classical definition from John Kabat-Zinn, who is the creator of a mindfulness-based stress reduction. So another definition is that it's a fundamental component of human consciousness. Pay attention how important it is. It's about you, it's about your mind, it's about your behavior, it's about your consciousness. And the mental capacity then can be consolidated through a variety of training methods. I want to share with you one of these methods. We can do and we can practice mindfulness in two ways. The first one is like sitting meditation. That's the main kind of mindfulness technique that we know. And the second one is in an informal way, just like being aware of the daily tasks, like how do you toothbrush your teeth, how you wash your clothes, how you clean your house, something like that. So how to practice mindfulness? During the technique, when I am sitting on meditating, I have the intention The intention is not to get rid of your thoughts, feelings or sensations. Otherwise, it's get these feelings and thoughts as support for your meditation. You should not block them. You should not avoid them. And cultivate a clear awareness of the present experience. Pay attention. We repeat this word every time. Present. Be present. With kind curiosity, noticing wherever arises, with acceptance. If it's hot, it's hot. Like if it's hot now for me. Very hot. I just pay attention of my drop of sweat, you know? Let's pay attention, not reacting. Oh hell, it's very hot here. What I'm doing here? Supposed to be on swimming pool. Oh, this is not mindfulness. Mindfulness is not get reaction to that things. So, with curiosity, noticing whatever arises, acceptance, and be open to the experience, like it's very hot, that emerge in the present moment. Just be aware of my feelings and my thoughts. Why teachers should be trained in mindfulness? What do you think? Please.
I think that it will help us become more observant of our students,
Yeah.
more present,
Yeah.
so that when we are working with them, our minds are not wandering,
Yeah.
thinking about other things, more focused on what's happening in the
Great.
classroom, more present.
So what happens when you are in a mind-wandering mode?
I'm not present, I'm not aware of what my students are doing,
Yeah.
I'm not observing them.
Think about your feelings and sensation. This is the key point. Forget about the others. At the first point, you know yourself how to do if your own difficulties,
I know,
your own troubles, your own, difficulties. If you know how is your mind going, and how to deal with that, it's a great step to have an emotional balance and to know yourself and to get better behavior. Surveys indicate that K-12 teachers report experience a moderate to high level of stress. Is that true? Is that about you? And ample evidence documents that cause and consequences of stress in teaching. Right. Are you stressful?
not at the
It's not about you, okay. It's not ingraded here. No, other teachers. Not ingraded. Okay. My question for you now. Why? Why do you think? My friend?
Oh.
No. If you want to. Yeah.
I think because it will improve their experience as well, improve the relationships between themselves, but also improve their relationships with us, improve their experiences.
Nice. What else?
To maybe not take the distractions like cell phones and media so powerfully, because it's such a strong pull, we have such a difficulty avoiding them.
Great. Yeah?
I teach younger children, and the post-recess emotional distress is directly related to soccer most of the time.
To soccer?
And to get that out of their minds back into the classroom, I have to do a quiet moment after lunch, or there's no learning. No learning happens if that's what's filling me.
Really? So in Brazil, soccer means, if you are in state, maybe basketball or NFL, I don't know. Yeah.
As educators, it's our job not only to help them learn academic things, but also how to deal with social-emotional
Great.
stresses, and so giving them coping mechanisms to process stress and anxiety will improve them in their learning as well.
What is coping for you?
What?
What means coping for you?
Oh, coping. Like when you have a lot of stress or anxiety, what do you do to reduce it?
Yeah, maybe the ability to deal with the problems.
Calm down.
Yeah. Kind of resilience.
Yeah.
Okay. Wild. Mindfulness training programs based on education approach. I bring mailing for you. The first one is mindfulness-based wellness education. There's another one called cultivating awareness and resilience in education. The third one is stress management and relaxation techniques in education, and the last one is mindfulness in schools project. This one here is in Canada. Both of this is running in the United States, and this is in UK. We have programs as well in New Zealand, Israel, some few approaches, tiny and timid approaches here in Brazil as well. But this is our key points that I highlight to you on mindfulness education programs. So these programs are mostly based on mindfulness-based stress reduction. The first one is about getting focus, how to concentrate, and how to get attention and be aware of. Do you think this is important in a classroom? For the kids or for you, teachers? Both of you, all right? The second one is awareness, to be aware and understanding the emotions. For me, this is the most important thing. Once you are balanced with your emotions, you can conquer your own world. And empathy and compassion, skills that sometimes we used to forget, but I think this is very, very important. So this is a kind of explanation how to work with mindfulness. When you are practicing, like a sitting meditation, for example, you have to be consciously aware of your body posture, for example, how you move, how you are seated, your feelings. You have to be aware of your perceptions, your thoughts, your emotions. And in the core we have mindfulness, which is the ability to be aware of, to get attention in all those things moment by moment with open curiosity, in a non-judgmental way, non-reactive way. We are able to do that in a non-reactive way. Moment by moment, these all things are all together at the same time in your mind, right here, right now. Stop thinking about food. I know that you're hungry. I know you're thinking about pizza. When I have for dinner, my wife is waiting me at home. Okay, I know that. This is. I'm kidding. Just kidding. Of course. So I want to share with you some neurobiology results. We have more activity in left prefrontal cortex. Okay, you have this left prefrontal cortex on your brain. This is about you. So, what happens in this area? This area is associated with positive and mood state, nice mood states related to happiness and sensations of feeling good. Sounds great for you guys? Nice sensation of feeling good. Increased activity in hippocampus, which is related to memory, and structures associated with self-awareness, compassion again, and kind of introspection. There's a reduction in stress and decreased activity in the amygdala. and cortisol secretion as well, which is related to stress, you know? And there's increased activity in central prefrontal cortex. This is the left prefrontal cortex, which is associated to positive moods, and the central prefrontal cortex is associated to attention, focus, and pay attention here, decision making.
Thank you. And we have 5 minutes for questions, so maybe we can come back to your question back here.
So reading is related to stress and learning. So what amount of stress is productive, is healthy in learning? So imagine students learning something like slope in the grade 8 level or something. There's always going to be a level of stress. So to what extent is it important? My second was more neurological, regarding, you said less mindfulness helps to reduce the amount of work of the amygdala, but there's a lot of research as well about the amygdala imprinting on memory. So it's, I guess what I'm asking both is the balance, and how do we attain that in the classroom environment?
So you have to train your kids in mindfulness stuff. You have to, mindfulness is a kind of ability that is growing every day, every time, from time to time, moment by moment. Data shows that once you are training in mindfulness, you can deal better with your own emotion and your own thoughts, and you kind of create an ability to know how your mind is working. At the same time, there's a physiological things going on your body, like decreasing cortisol and decreasing the activity of the amygdala, just because you are taking a deep breath and getting relaxed in your muscles and pay attention at your own breath, for example. With paying attention every day in a daily seated, working with mindfulness can help and can benefit with all the stuff that you can read here. This is one of the answers possibly.
I think you want a healthy struggle, but you don't want the kid to be stressed, right? So like, that struggle is really important, I think, for that learning, but you don't want it to pass that level where they're stressed, right?
Yeah.
Because if it's too easy, we have a lot of data to show that they turn off. That it's equally as negative as being too stressful. So I started asking everyone, what's the best formula for slope, and nobody knows anything. They're overstressed. But it's always this sort of happy balance in terms of our teaching, in terms of how much not pressure, but how much stress is positive or is good. And that's
yeah, I agree with you. When you go, well, some level of stress is very good. Okay, keeps moving you on. If you know yourself, you are able to answer this question. So I getting anger. I'm very excited and very. I'm not feeling a good sensation. My heart is beating so fast. This is a kind of awareness that we are looking for.